Gutturals are consonants produced in the posterior portion of the vocal tract and are considered to include uvulars, pharyngeals, and often laryngeals. Gutturals have remained relatively phonetically understudied compared to other places of articulation. Previous acoustic investigations of gutturals are limited to a handful of languages. There have been a few acoustic studies of guttural fricatives in Standard Arabic. Previous studies show that noise spectra play an important role in differentiating place. For example, center of gravity of noise correlates with the relative posteriority of the constriction. The lower the center of gravity value is, the more posterior the place would be. The goal of this study is to provide an acoustic analysis of guttural fricatives in Emirati Arabic, Iraqi Central Kurdish, and Lebanese Western Armenian, which are all relatively understudied phonetically. We provide within-language comparisons of fricatives in this presentation. The target languages were selected because all of them have at least some guttural sounds in their inventories, as shown in the tables here. For this study, there were 59 participants in total, residing predominantly in their respective countries. Audio recordings were performed using the online experiment platform Guerrilla and recording devices of participants' choice. The materials included real words with the target consonants embedded in a carrier phrase. Each utterance was repeated 3 times. The data were annotated in prod with boundaries set manually. Measurements were extracted using a script and included fricative duration as well as spectral moments taken at the midpoint of the fricative. We only report on the center of gravity in this presentation. To examine differences among fricatives, we performed linear mixed effects models by place and voicing on center of gravity as the parameter reported here. This was done separately for each language. The results revealed robust differences across 3-way and 2-way place contrasts, as shown in the table here. We also see in the plot that center of gravity of fricatives decreased from anterior to posterior consonants consistently for all 3 languages. In terms of voicing, voice sounds show lower center of gravity given the low frequency voicing energy. Turning to the discussion, results obtained here are also strikingly similar to previous findings for Standard Arabic. For example, we see in the plot here that center of gravity values were lower for pharyngeals and laryngeals compared to uvulars in the previous studies of Arabic. And this is exactly what we found in our results. There is also a lot of agreement in mean values for the fricatives despite the drastically different recording conditions across the studies. To conclude, this study contributes to the phonetic documentation of guttural sounds by covering new languages and varieties as well as using larger speaker samples. This study also serves to confirm the validity of the online audio recording method, which is highly encouraging. Thank you very much.